Hello guys and good evening. Here we are again with our 2023 KQ question 6, which reads, list all the integral values of x in 4 plus x all over negative 3 is greater than 3x plus 2, which is still greater than negative 13, 3 marks. So to my students, this question can never miss in the exam, especially in paper 1. So it is my pleasure to give you the 3 marks free of charge. And the question given here is very unique, as I'm going to show you. If you will be able to tackle this, then there's no any other question under inequalities that will pose any problem to you. Thank you and you're welcome. So let's go to our solution. So to our solution, as you can see, this is a compound equation that has been joined. So the first duty we have is to separate the two equations. So we are going to consider the equation until just before we reach the second sign. So therefore it means we are going to cut it at this point. That is equation 1. Then we shall also start from the right side and move with it all the way to just before we start or we reach the second sign. Then this is another equation 2, or equation 1 and equation 2. So we're going to solve them separately. So what am I going to have here? 4 plus x all over negative 3 is equal to, not equal but greater than 3x plus 2. Please, a human being is to error. Students, I've seen so many students write is equal sign here. Please, never maintain this sign. All the operations that we know under is equal sign are true to any mathematical sign like greater than. So please, never change it. Then finally, I see this sign popping up at the final answer. You will miss. So maintain your signs always. So let's continue. So I've said 4 plus x all over negative 3 is greater than 3x plus 2. So this is one of the most important part that I was saying I'm going to show you. We remember the small few rules under inequalities, that whenever we multiply by a negative number, the sign changes. Whenever we multiply by a negative number, the sign changes. And also whenever we divide, so multiplication and division goes together. So whenever we divide or multiply by a negative number, then the sign will change. And that is what we are automatically going to do here by multiplying both sides by negative 3. So what will I have therefore? 4 plus x all over negative 3 is greater than 3x plus 2. So I'll multiply both sides by negative 3. So whenever we do this, our sign will now be less than instead of greater than. So we shall remain with 4 plus x is now less than, if you break the bracket here, you will have 9x minus, that is minus 9x minus again 6. Of course, the negative sign will change the sign inside the bracket. Then this follows that. So we just collect like terms and simplify. So my negative 9 will cross over as 4 visits 6. So I'll have 9x plus x is less than negative 6 minus 4. So this implies that 10x therefore is less than negative 10. Dividing by 10, therefore x is less than negative 1. X is less than negative 1. Coming over with our equation 2, like I said, now that we started from the left, we moved all the way to just before we reach the second sign. The same thing I said, we are now going to do it from the right, just before we pass or reach the second sign. So our second equation therefore is 3x plus 2, which is also greater than negative 13. So this is already simple. 2 will go as I remain with 3x is greater than negative 13 minus 2. So the work is over. Minus 15. I hope we don't have problems with minus. My teacher used to say if they were positive all, we would not really have a problem. But a few students have a problem when they are all minus. My teacher used to say, pretend minus are the Africans and the positives are the whites. So just put all of them. These are Africans. So what is the total of the Africans? So we'll have a total of negative 15. So let's continue. So dividing by 3. So x becomes greater than negative 5. So joining the two in a compound scenario will be joining the two. So x, all the signs should always face the right. So of course negative 5 and on the other side negative 1. So this one gives us the values of x. But remember, NB, under inequalities, we have two main signs. That is simple signs and compound signs. What did we learn about compound signs? Under compound signs, we learned that the compound signs, that is less or equal to or greater or equal to are part of the data. But the less or greater, the greater or the less are not part. And therefore, now that we have simple signs, it means these extreme boundaries are not part of x. So values of x, therefore, are negative 4, negative 3, negative 2, only, are negative 4, negative 3, and negative 2. Negative 1 is excluded, it's not part, as well as negative 5. So values of x are negative 4, negative 3, and negative 2. Thank you very much, guys. May God bless you. For any query, you can find me on my number 0720 968517. At New Yankees, our main big deal is to uplift the learners. Maths is a doing subject. Let's learn maths together. Commit yourself and everything will be possible. Thank you and may God bless you. Amen.